Hey everyone, Andy from WagerTalk.com. We're doing a new concept. I've been working closely behind the scenes with a concept called the Lazy Line of the Week. Been working with the great John Holland on this one. And here's the premise. The premise is we just need to find a couple of lines that the books are being a little lazy on, and they keep putting out predictable and soft lines. And we do this a lot in the props market where we get the same line and it's very skewed towards going over or under. So we started 3 weeks ago writing articles about this. The first one was LeBron James over 1.5 3-pointers. LeBron just kept going over, but he kept landing on 2 made 3-pointers. So we decided that was going to be the lazy line of the week. And the premise is we play it 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. Hope we have a winning record out of it. What happened after that line? LeBron went over 2 out of 3 games. We turned a profit. Last week was Nazem Kadri to have a point. The books kept putting out half a point. He had a big string of points in a row. He went over 2 out of 3 games. So what we're doing is we're going to try and identify these props that the books are being lazy on, and they just keep putting out the same lines. And that is really what the crux is of what we do when we're looking at our props and our plays. Or what are these lines that the books kind of being a little lazy on, and can we take advantage? So we're going to pick a line of the week. We're going to hopefully ride that streak, and we are going to go over one this week, Mr. Victor Wembanyama, and we're going to look at one prop of his in particular. Everyone talks about Victor Wembanyama's defense, and we're going to look at the 3-pointers made, and we're going to take a look at this prop and why this line has been lazy for a while. And coming out of the All-Star break, we hope that the books are going to continue to be even more lazy on it. So the line on Victor Wembanyama on made 3-pointers per game is 1.5. And what we've seen with Victor Wembanyama is he's on this incredible streak of hitting this. And now it's not a ton of games in a row. Now, 6 games in a row is nothing to sniff at. But what we're looking at with Victor is how often he's been doing it over the last stretch of 30 games. So we look at his last 30 games, and we see that Victor has gone over in 18 out of his last 23 games. Now, for the season, Victor Wembanyama has gone over 1.5 3-pointers in 30 out of 48 games. So what's happened is it started off a little bit slower, and then he's really picked it up here as we go into the All-Star break. Now, why are the books being lazy? Why do they keep putting out 1.5? Well, the answer is pretty easy. It's because Victor keeps landing exactly on 2. So the books put out 1.5 made 3-pointers. This has hit 30 out of 48 games. However, if the books would have put out the number of 2.5, this play is now 9-39 to the under. And we would have identified that streak immediately and taken advantage of that. So we love Victor Wembanyama over 1.5 3-pointers. But the other key to this is the price. The books are hovering this at -130, -140. And we will happily take that price with the assumption that we're going to keep playing it over and over and over again. If it loses once, that's okay. We'll come back and we'll play it again. And when we look at what's going on here with Victor, you see his last few games before the break, 2 of 6, 2 of 4, 3 of 6, 2 of 4, 3 of 5, 2 of 4. So what we love is he's averaging 4.6 3-point attempts, and he was shooting 43.8% in his last few games. So I want to look at his attempts, and his attempts are good. 5.1 in January, 4.2 in December, so he's getting plenty of attempts. His made 3-point percentage for the season is sitting at 32%, but if you look, his percentage has been getting better. Shooting 32.4% in January, 43.8% in February. So what we're looking at with Victor coming out of the All-Star break is, can we take advantage of this? And I think we can. This is a free play that is up on WagerTalk.com, and we've looked at his 2023 season. We just look at his last 10. There's 8 out of 10. And if we can identify those streaks that the book just keeps giving us this lazy line, we can take advantage. Not by playing it once, but by playing it multiple times. So for the next few games, Victor Wembanyama actually has fantastic matchups. He plays the Kings, the Lakers, and the Jazz in the first 3 games out of the break. They are all in the bottom 9 of opponent 3-point percentage. So not only do we have a really, really nice streak on Wembenyama, but we get the books putting out the exact same number, this 1.5. We get a fairly playable price here at minus 130. Anything under minus 150 is playable to me. And we get great matchups coming out of the All-Star break. So I'm going to look at Victor Wembanyama as the lazy line of the week. I'm going to play this the next 3 games. And if we come out ahead 2 out of 3, or even better, 3 out of 3, then we know we've identified that the books have to make some kind of adjustment. They have not made it yet because they're sticking with 1.5. They're sticking with this minus 130. But as soon as the books make the adjustment, then we're going to get off of this streak and we're going to find the new one. These streaks are out there. There's not a ton of them, but we don't need a ton of them. We just need a couple that can really help increase the bankroll. And that is, in essence, what we do at Throw to Millions. We try and find these prices and these plays that the books are being very lazy on the lines. Now, a lot of times these aren't just one-off plays. Like, oh, this is a lazy line for a certain NBA game. We're trying to look for a line that the books have been lazy on for a few games and that they're going to continue to be lazy on by putting out the same number at the same price and not identifying that there's some streaks going on. So we're in a great position on this Victor Wembanyama 1.5 3-pointers made, because as soon as they move this to 2.5, if he keeps going over 1.5, as soon as they move this to 2.5, we're going to be able to come right back and play him under 2.5, because as you can see here, he very rarely gets over 2 made 3-pointers. So this week's line is Victor Wembanyama over 1.5 made 3-pointers. As long as this price stays below this minus 150, and as long as Victor keeps just hitting these 2 3-pointers, this is one of those plays that's a really, really good one to play each game, especially for the next 3. So if you're interested in more of the book's lazy lines, that is really what we do, and that's what we focus on with all of our plays. We were up 91 units in 2023 for WagerTalk units, and we are on pace for that. We are around 12 units profit for 2024. Our goal is to make over this 91 units that we'd made for 2023 and have a spectacular 2024. We've identified some of these streaks in hockey. We're on a 30-15 run in hockey using these exact same rules and using these exact same guidelines. We've hit our last 3 hockey plays in a row. We're on a 17-7 all sports run by using these same premises. So if you're interested in joining us on your plays, go find my profile page, Andy Lang, at WagerTalk.com, and we can help build your bankrolls by using some of these lazy lines, as we call them. So if you guys could, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, tell me what you think about this play. Victor Wembanyama is going to be our lazy line of the week. Good luck on all your plays, and don't forget to take advantage of Half Price Thursday with a 5% UFC play that is up. We have a monster card ready for Saturday. We've got a lacrosse play locked and loaded for Friday. We're 8-2 in our last 10 plays in lacrosse. So good luck on all your plays. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment, and let's keep cashing on Victor Wembanyama over 1.5 made 3-pointers.